republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You guys can sit. We got plenty of chairs. Have a seat.
They might be more comfortable hiding in the corner. I think that's fine if they'd like to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7.
I will.
Seats.
We'll just start the approval of minutes. We have a little bit of catching up to do. Has everyone had a chance to review the trustee meeting minutes of June 10th, 2024? We have to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to do it first.
Is advertised.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I guess we will do the budget hearing first, and we need to adjourn and move into the budget meeting, or we can do it all in one?
We do it all right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we will now move into the budget meeting portion of our meeting today.
This is what our 2025 budget is going to be.
Okay.
Each one of the funds.
Well, I'll read through it.
Okay.
All right, so this is for the second half of 2024, correct?
No, this is for 2025.
25. The first half of 2025. So the whole year. Thank you. I haven't yet seen these. All right, so for 2025, our general fund budget will be $114,952. The motor vehicle license tax fund, $7,025. The gasoline fund tax, $150,000. Road and bridge fund, $82,200. The cemetery fund at $8,000. The fire fund at $432,277. The permissive
This is license.
licensing tax fund is $28,050. General bond fund, $15,528. The private purpose trust is $5. Interest
We're not
only.
allowed to spend that money.
I see. Totaling $838,037. And I'll pass that to everybody. Look, any changes from last year?
Well, it's lower than last year because for 2024, we have that Ohio. The grant thing.
The grant money we have, that we don't have in 2025.
So, not drastic changes, just lack of grant funds.
Heritage Recovery Act fund, I think it's called.
This day has 3 different names.
I'll let everybody know. Budget on my list of things here, but these are on the top of this. Any questions, commentary, adjustments, conversations? Do we have a motion to approve the budget?
So moved.
Second? All vote yes?
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes. Wish it was bigger. All right. So moving on, if we're ready to move on to the approval of minutes, going back to the June 10th, 2024 meeting, has everyone had a chance to review?
Yes.
Any additions, corrections?
None that I see.
No.
Make a motion to accept the June 10th minutes.
Second.
Yes?
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes. Okay. And then moving on to the trustee meeting, June 24th, 2024. Has everyone had a chance to review?
Yes. May 24th.
I'll second that.
Yes?
Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Tiffany.
Yes. Okay, and one more, special meeting, June 29th, 2024. If everyone's had a chance to review any additions, corrections, comments, it's pretty short and sweet.
None that I see, I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes from a special meeting on June 29th.
Second.
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Tiffany,
Yes.
Ed.
Yes.
You went out of order.
I did.
Excuse me.
I did because he was looking at Ed and I called.
All right. Typically, we go on to communications, but let's go ahead and skip forward to public commentary because I believe we have some guests that are all standing in the corner.
Stephanie?
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your group and what you are looking to do?
So I'm Ashley, and this is like, we wanted to start a local Girl Scout troop. They're the closest in Deerfield. And we both live here in Deerfield. As these are some of the girls.
Hi, girls.
And then we have two more that aren't in yet. We'll have them today.
Quick question, did we have scouts for last year, Girl Scouts in Deerfield? Not that you know of.
We had a group that was using in town hall.
Okay.
That was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Has it been 2 years?
We've been in Girl Scouts for years now, but our troop is in Atwater. And I know that there was a troop of younger girls a while ago, but we weren't affiliated with them, and it doesn't look like anybody's registered. right
So you're
now.
going to be the Deerfield troop?
Yes.
All right.
So what can we do for you?
We needed a once-a-month meeting spot. We were hoping for like any Monday from 5 to 7-ish.
Yeah, I believe it's
Monday's
already-
going to be pretty much an impossibility. We have trustee meetings the 2nd and 4th, and they have historical society dance for years on the opposite ones that we don't
The
have
third.
possibly.
The
The
third.
third for sure.
The first Monday, is there anything on the first Mondays of the month?
Nothing to do with that.
You picked one of the busiest days of the week.
Yes.
I think that's great, first of all. We just have to find, something on the calendar.
So did you say the first Monday of the month might be open?
Yeah, because second and fourth are trustee, and the third is the historical dance.
We gotta do Tuesday, first.
Tuesday might be a better day, Tuesday evening.
Well, we do have meetings. Who has
Only the
meetings?
historical, or, yeah, the historical, it's the fourth.
That's the fourth Tuesday.
One-
I think most of them are on the fourth of the month, whatever day of the week it is.
Tuesday would be a better night.
Okay. Nancy is the one who is our keeper of the schedule, so we'll have to get you with her so we can get that on the schedule.
Okay.
But do we need a motion?
What times are you talking about?
5 to 7 once a month. Because we're gonna be doing things.
Yeah.
Things
So,
like
yeah, I'm
taking
just-
the kids out to.
Just looking for whatever time you want to be here, that's all.
Yeah.
And we're also hoping to utilize like the gazebo area outside, maybe like, if we're just meeting inside once a month, then maybe once a month also we could use the gazebo or the pavilion outside.
The one at the circle?
No, she's talking about
Here.
the prepared.
That's
She
park
said
right
it's
there.
a- Yeah.
That's almost always available.
Yeah.
I don't see why that'd be a problem for you using that at all.
That's open to the public,
Yeah.
so,
Okay.
sure.
Yep.
So I'll make a motion that we allow the Girl Scouts to have a meeting once a month here at the town hall pending scheduling with Nancy.
I'll second it. All right.
Yes.
Good to have scouts. in
Laura?
town. Yes.
Ed?
Yes,
Tiffany?
Yes. Thanks for coming.
thanks for coming, girls.
Thanks.
I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 1 to 5. So stop in any one of those days and we'll set you up.
Or you can call her. You can call the town hall. You can call the town hall.
Great, we can get you on the schedule, okay?
Thank you.
See you guys later.
I know, you're too tired.
Do we have anything else for public commentary today? Not for the first session? All right, we'll move on to communications.
I don't have anything in, a couple pieces of paper there.
Yeah, I got a couple of things here. One, we received, we talked about putting signs up in the cemetery for Hearts of Cemetery and people parking, blocking the lane, pickup trucks, campers, work trailers, and then going down and spending a day at the lake. So we talked about putting signs up, called the prosecutor sent a sign. These are the type of information we have to have on us. So if you guys are okay with this, we will adapt that to our township. Ours will be no parking anytime, not, between certain hours. We have to put, if we have them towed, there has to be a listing on there who's gonna tow it and everything. We did approve, we would get some signage, and then we said that we'd get an example from the prosecutor, and he sent us that, so I'd like to move forward with ordering whatever amount of signs we think we need for down there.
We had a grant for $200 or a donation.
We have a donation of $200 from Mike Brown to use toward these signs. We'll probably have to put some more out of the general fund or whatever. 200 won't buy very many signs,
How many
actually.
signs do you think? What do we think?
3 or 4?
Probably at least 4.
Okay.
And we have, where's 10? We have posts that we don't have to buy posts.
No.
We should have posts out back and everything we can use. So how many are you thinking down there? 4? 6?
We do one at the main entrance where they can see it, and then put one goes back.
We might want to have the one to main entrance a little bigger than the ones back there too. So,
Yeah, because there's a lot, there are some, especially a lot of people working on it.
yeah. All right. So Tim and I'll get together then and figure out how many we need. 4 should be sufficient to start, I think. So we'll go for 4
Sounds good.
to start with. All right. You've got that.
I can do that now unless you have something else.
I do have a couple more things. Matt Kelly, County Auditor. He wants to, I'd like to come to Deerfield to hold a community meeting to communicate property assessments that Portage County is going through this year. Can you suggest a day, time, and location? This would be a public meeting, anyone could come meet with our auditor and his staff. We're going to explain about the property tax increases, what they're doing to try to help us to keep them down as low as they can, that type of thing.
Do we want to invite him to one of our regular meetings or do a separate meeting?
He would like to do a separate meeting for this, I think, but we could invite him to a regular meeting. That would be fine, to make that offer, and then if he thought that wouldn't work, then we could set something up, but obviously locations needs to be here.
When are the assessments happening?
I don't know, soon.
That would be a question of how soon can we get them in?
He would like to come in as soon as he can, obviously. But I don't see why he couldn't come in. We could even schedule a meeting prior to ours or during our meeting or whatever, we could do that, so
Maybe like an hour before our August meeting? Do you think that would be sufficient?
that'd be good, I
So,
would think.
August, what day is that? I'm not even sure.
What, the first meeting in August?
Yeah, what is the date of that?
The 12th.
Okay. So 5 o'clock. August 12th, if that works for him.
Yeah.
He has like a presentation he wants to give.
Yes.
And he has a spiel
Yes.
and then everybody can come and ask questions.
Yep, that's what it's for, to ask questions, try to alleviate some miscommunication, some misinformation, and hopefully ease people's minds. We know we're going to get a raise, but they have to do a lot to try to help us keep it as minimum as they can. So, after an officer, misuse or misrepresentation of public money effective March 28, 2024. This required training, and we have to look into this, whether we can do it online. I'm sure we can. But the way I'm reading it, all the elected officials have to take this public training and get a certificate for it.
Plus employees, all
non-elected employees have to too?
Is there a certain class that they're mandating? Who sent the notification? They sent it to you?
The auditor of the state sent it to me.
Yes, send it to us.
Sent
Sent
it
it to
out.
the office.
Because you'll have to give us your certificate, a copy, same thing, copy of your certificate.
I just haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
put it in a folder. And it's for 4 years.
Yeah, the auditors check for things.
Yeah. It's good for 4 years, and then you'll have to probably take it again.
Is it fraud training?
Because I think I took this in 2022. But they
That's-
updated.
That's what we were wondering, if that's something we've
Yeah,
already
because I took
taken.
well, Ed and I both took it in January, we're pretty sure.
We'll have to look into that and see.
Yes.
So I've got to call.
I'm just looking for a deadline. So we have an idea of what
And
is
we
due.
have to have it in by September. That's
But it's September 22nd, isn't it? Everybody has to be done by then.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I just want to see. Okay. We'll have to put that on this due list.
It's in the office, for sure. But that's the problem right there. See the dates right there? See the dates?
So September 28th. Start date was July 1st, so it must be new if it just went
Must
on
be
July
new, let's
1st.
just start July 1st.
Well, we'll have to get everybody signed up for that, ourselves included. Anything else from you?
No,
All right. We do have a letter, and I don't have to read the letter in its entirety, but I've chosen to, just for full transparency. It is dated July 1st, 2024, to whom it may concern. I, Carl Buddy Myers, would like to place a formal complaint of sexual harassment. On numerous occasions since spring and summer of 2023, Tiffany Havens-Good, myself, has made unwanted sexual advances and inappropriate touching towards me, Carl Buddy Myers. Things such as, but not limited to, shoulder rubs and unwanted flirting. All of these instances were unwarranted and unprovoked. Several township employees witnessed these actions during multiple occasions. All of this occurred on township property during work hours while I was on the clock for Deerfield Township Road Department. Thank you sincerely, Carl Myers, with his signature. So this will have to be addressed.
so with that being read, we will have to launch an investigation, obviously. We need a motion for someone to launch and start an investigation.
And I'm not even sure of the legalities of how I can vote on that, so
So
I may
I'm-
abstain.
I will make a motion that we immediately look into start an investigation concerning those claims from a township employee.
I'll second it.
And I'll abstain.
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
So do we ask her for roll calling? Did she get a yes?
You can roll call on
You
this
can roll call,
abstain.
she'll put abstain.
Okay. Tiffany?
I'll abstain. Since it's regarding me, I don't feel I should vote on that.
Okay, along with that then, I did receive it Friday, I'm the one that picked it up at the post office, had to sign a certified letter, the only reason I knew about it. Called the prosecutor and asked for guidance in this, never come across this before. Obviously said we have to do an investigation right away, same as any other charges like that. With that being said, we have to hire an investigator. Trustees can do an investigation legally. In this situation, I'm not going to do one. I know you guys are not going to want to do one. You couldn't do one in this.
Would
So
you do one?
we're going to have to hire someone, some way, somehow to conduct this investigation. So his suggestions were, obviously you can hire an investigative attorney, which we see how that works. We can hire, possibly hire a detective from the Portage County Sheriff Department to do the investigation. He said we could hire a retired police officer as long as they had much background in investigation, detective work, that type of thing. Also a retired police chief, that type of thing, that could conduct this investigation. how we do it is up to us. He said, however, we do need to do an investigation. So I'm open for suggestions.
I don't know of any retired police chiefs.
It was not suggested by the Portage County Prosecutor's Office, but there is a retired Hiram Police Chief, career police officer, retired with many years of investigation background. I did contact him, see if he would even be willing. He said he would be willing. He would not charge us to do it. So it's just one option. I'm not saying that's what we need to do, but there is that option out there. Prosecutor's Office said that they've worked with him many times. He presents well in court. He's very thorough with his investigations. He's straightforward and upfront with his findings. And he feels that there will be no bias one way or another whatsoever. He highly agrees that if we use him, it will be a good job. Again, no recommendation from the Prosecutor's Office. That establishes his comments.
Well, I'll contact the prosecutor's office and discuss it with them for some options.
Well, when we're going to, we have to start this investigation immediately. What are we going to do? They won't give you suggestions. They won't say you need to hire this person, that person. That's so not right now. So I don't know. We do have to move forward with this immediately.
Well, I will call and talk to him tomorrow. This is the first time I've heard about it.
All right, so what's our step right now then?
I will call and talk to him tomorrow and
Okay, so what's our immediate step right now though to
Well,
start the
right now, I can
investigation?
tell you, I will excuse myself from voting on anything with the road department and excuse myself from being on the premises at this time until the issue is resolved.
If we don't choose someone tonight, we're going to have a meeting to announce who we're going to choose. That is public record. That's all I'm saying.
what are the other options?
Call the sheriff's office and ask them for a detective that is versed in this type of an investigation.
Or an attorney like we did
Or
with
an
the other
attorney like we hired for the
investigation.
other investigation, which is outrageous in pricing.
Well, I'd rather have a sheriff's deputy do the investigation.
And that's fine with me. If the sheriff will allow one to do it, we have
Okay.
to go through the channels for that. Prosecutor's office feels that they will do it for us.
Okay.
But he couldn't answer for the sheriff
Right.
department, he said.
Who do you investigate?
Me.
I'm okay with moving forward with hiring a detective from the sheriff department to do this investigation if we can do that. I'm okay with moving.
And I'm honestly
forward
not
with that.
even allowed what my rights are to even vote on that because I haven't had a chance to speak with legal counsel either, so.
So what happens if the sheriff's office tells you to pound salt, that they're not gonna do it? Then where are you reaching out to?
Well, an attorney can do it as well.
Yes, but who?
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah. Well, since I just found out about it right now, I haven't had a chance to call any attorneys or any deputies or anything, so.
Evidently, it sounds like we need to have a special meeting next week to have to resolve the,
What's that, Brian?
probably should have a special meeting set up for next week so you can have.
It will have to. We can't just
I mean,
move
you're
forward
gonna-
and not
you're
let
gonna
anybody know
need
how we're moving forward.
Of the controversy of everybody on edge and each other.
No, we just found out today.
Does the sheriff's department charge for that service?
Yep. How you gonna do it? You're about 4.55 an hour probably.
They will do it because it's an elected official in the township. They have done it in the past. Again, that's not saying the sheriff will do it. The prosecutor said, I can't tell you that they will do it, but they have done it in the past. In situations like this, he said. But they will ask for a fee to do it. They won't just do it. So, again, that's something we have to check with the sheriff department.
Yep.
Would you like to call for a meeting and a specified time and date so we can?
I'm good with that. I just don't want to not do something right now so that we know what we're doing, that's all. How long do you think you'll need to do it, Lauren?
I can call in the morning. I mean, they closed it, I think the business office of the sheriff, I believe, closes at 5.
Yeah, there's nobody
I
right now
guess
that can
even
answer,
earlier
that
than
can
that.
answer this question.
They don't answer.
But these accusations have to be taken seriously, so there'll have to be an investigation.
So was there a motion that you're calling the sheriff's office, and if they accept, you're going to go with the sheriff's office, or?
Well, the man of a guy that
Well, we have to know-
police chief is free, and he's a good, decent guy, why not give him a call?
Again, I will say in all fairness, these two did just find out about it. So I can't say they've known, they didn't. The only reason I knew about it prior to them was I picked up the mail at the post office, and the postmaster came out in the parking lot, chased me down, and said, "You got certified mail for the trustees, you have to sign for it." That's the only reason I knew about it prior to these two. And I know they did just find out about it. So in all fairness, I would want a little bit of time to think about it if it was me.
Yeah, I just had it dropped on me right now, so. But I will call the sheriff's department in the morning when they open the business office.
So we're gonna call a special meeting at a later date then, or we're gonna set one up now, or?
We can go ahead and set one up now.
And how much time do you need to call a special meeting? What's the time frame you have to have?
Well, we have to notify the newspaper of it, get it in there. That has to be in by what, Tuesday at 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
In order for it to appear in the paper Friday.
On
Friday,
Friday.
so it's,
So the earliest it could be
Earliest
would be
possible
Saturday.
Monday.
Saturday would be the earliest if we wanted to have it on a weekend, or you could do it Monday night.
Don't they have the dance here? Isn't it the third Monday then? When would the dance be good out here?
Oh, yeah, that's correct.
Hold on, I'll check on the
Gotta put it on
dance.
the sign. So people don't get the paper.
I don't know if they, I don't know
The
what time.
22nd.
I don't think they start till 6.
Is the dance, the 22nd is the historical dance. 22nd.
Oh, the 22nd is the dance, so the 15th
Yes.
wouldn't be.
The 15th would not be.
Would the 22nd also be a trustee?
It would be the 29th.
The 22nd is the
Oh, the 15th is the third Monday of the month you're filling.
Oh, I'm off.
Yeah.
I'm off a week. 1, 2, 3. The 15th is the dance, the 22nd would be the trustee
Trustee
meeting.
meeting.
So the
I don't see why I can't wait till the 22nd. I'm sure he can't speak for the sheriff though.
You need to call the business
Yeah,
office.
he can't speak so. So special meeting or at our next regular scheduled meeting?
I think we ought to just have a special meeting on the 15th.
You can't.
Oh, that's right, that's the dance. Will then have to be, how about Saturday morning? Nancy, timeframe wise, if you get into the newspaper, we can have a meeting Saturday morning.
Tracy, do you want to put some
Yeah,
in
as
the
long as
newspaper?
we get it in.
Right.
That's okay.
Unless it's already rented.
I won't do it. That's fine.
It's up to us to put it in the paper.
Okay.
As
So,
long as we have it in by 5 o'clock Tuesday afternoon, it will appear in
Yeah.
Friday's newspaper.
okay. So when do you want to meet on Saturday, 9 o'clock?
I'm good with that. Are you good with that, Tracy?
Oh, you're asking me? Yeah.
Saturday, 9 o'clock? I'm good with that.
What's the date? 13th. Yeah.
This isn't scheduled for anything Saturday, is it?
Yeah, it is.
That is.
So that throws a monkey wrench into that too, because the building's rented. Do you know what time they're coming in?
close to 9 o'clock in the morning, they can get it.
Most people do. That's what most people want to come in, 9 o'clock in the morning.
And that takes care of that.
So we should mention that one?
Yeah.
When's our next meeting, the 22nd?
The 22nd.
How about we do it at a regular scheduled meeting on the 22nd?
22nd.
She's already said that she won't go down the garage or anywhere around where the employees work. I think that's reasonable. That will give us time to get some options together. Just during the regular scheduled meeting, we'll address who we're going to hire for an investigator.
Yes. So we did have some concerns about the grass behind the Dollar General store. So I did write a letter. I found the owner on the Portage County Auditor site, and I've given them a copy of the letter, and I'm just asking if we can mail that to them, bringing it to their attention that the grass is high, it's obstructing people's view, and to ask them to address that and maintain it. Have you both had a chance to read the letter?
Yeah, okay.
Yes, okay. I'll make a motion that I send this letter to DOT Deerfield, Ohio LLC.
I'll second.
You know, the Alamos did runs out
Yes.
there,
Laura?
and the state
Yes.
has control for some of that.
Tiffany?
What's that, John?
The Alamos ditch runs down through there. So the state has some control of that back through there. Just like
Yeah, I'm not really
through
sure
the
how
Legion-
that works there.
through the Legion's property the same way. So you better send the state a letter too. Yeah. They know the road, they're in the right way.
If it was a state, it might simplify things. If it was a state, it might simplify things, because we could probably call them, they'd probably come and take care of it.
They are the owner of the lot.
Isn't that who it's up to?
I'm sorry?
Isn't that who it's getting mailed to?
So I.
Now, DOT is a company.
Oh, it's not Department of Transportation?
No, DOT
This
is
is
a
a
company.
company, it's
That is a
an
company.
that is misleading.
It does sound like it, but DOT is a company.
It's a company out of Pennsylvania who owns about 6+ acres right there, kind of around, the Dollar General store and right up to the old town hall. So it is their property. So we'll send that there and hopefully we'll bring it to their attention. Okay, any other communications?
I have none.
Laura? All right, we will move on to road department and maintenance.
Let's start with that, the application was out, I discussed back.
I'm so sorry, Tim, I cannot hear you.
The resurfacing project, Mike Collins sent the application over, we're going to put it out for bids. See what the approval of the application. I know there's a little bit of paperwork we need to do with it, and then they can put it out for bids for this.
I believe we made a motion at the last meeting to go ahead and move forward with that as long as they, we could put it in and see if they accept it, because I can't see why it's not approved, like not under that.
Well,
Right, it was just, the funding was the only thing in question, so.
yeah, this is actually an application that give them permission to put it out for bid. So we're stating that we can and will
Put it
pay
out
for
for
this
bid.
when it comes up. And the county takes care of putting all the bid packages together for this and everything. So I will make a motion that we approve this grant application for the Banyan Road, Futetown Road project. Just so it's on record that I did that.
I second.
May I?
Yeah.
I think we've seen this already, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, you have.
Had to refresh my memory.
Yeah, Laura?
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Tiffany,
Yes. Well, I don't know, should I be voting on the road department? I'm gonna abstain. I'll just abstain. In case there's any kind of conflict of interest.
What else, TJ?
Along with that, same project, there's a 24-inch double wall culvert that's going to go in and replace the 24-inch concrete that's in there that's separated. So that goes there.
What's in the
scope?
9387 Newtown Road is the address where that pipe's at.
So that 24-inch pipe will need to be replaced prior to this project taking place. With that being said, we have one piece of 24-inch on hand. We need to submit an order for an additional piece of pipe. The cost is $477. So I need to approve that.
I'll make a motion, we buy the additional 24-inch double wall pipe we need to complete that project.
Second.
I'll abstain.
Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Tiffany,
Yes.
Okay, what else, Tim?
And then one additional load of 411 stone. That pipe's down there pretty deep, so I want to make sure we have enough on hand. We did use some that we had on hand for driveway culverts that the residents need to build on. So that's just a replacement for that. I'm sure it was overused. So I need one more load.
411. I'll make a motion, we purchase an additional load of 411 for the road department.
Second.
Abstain.
Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Tiffany,
Abstain.
What else?
That's it on that part of the project. Roadside mowing is going to continue. But north and we're much better since we have new parts on. So we'll be working our way back through Wagner Road, back on Bandy, German Church, and Watson on the south side of the road. Working tomorrow on there actually. So we'll get on that, and then we have some berm work and ditching scheduled for Wagner Road between 14 and Johnson Road. That's one of the ones that's on the list for the chip and seal.
Chip and seal.
So that will need to burn ditch as well. So we do have that on schedule to get that taken care of. So other than that, there's not the part itself, but other than our truck is being repaired.
Our F-350 truck is again down. Their sending units, there's 2 tanks and that's the sending units, and those tanks are bad. It's at the garage right now. It stopped along the road. The company that's repairing it came and picked it up. I don't think there's going to be a tow bill along with that. It broke down alongside the road, but would not start. These guys called me and I called the people that were going to fix it. They came and picked it up, so I don't think there's going to be a bill for that. The towing part, they're looking for sending units right now. Ford does not make them anymore. We've got to find some aftermarket somewhere to get that back on the road. So I'll make a motion that we let K&D Trucking get the sending units in, get this truck back on the road for us again. We took it in under an emergency since it broke down alongside the road.
Second.
Abstain.
Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Tiffany,
Abstain.
Anything else we need?
Quite a big projects coming up, so.
John, you're going to help? John is a member of our department, therefore he's covered in our insurance and everything. He's offered to run a chase truck while Tim's outside roadside mowing while he can. We are short of help right now. We do need somebody out on the chase truck. John has offered to do it to help us out and everything. So him and Tim are communicating back and forth when John's available, when Tim can do it, and stuff like that. Thank you for that offer, John. We appreciate that. That helps us out a lot.
Thank you, John. We don't want anybody getting hurt.
And John's well versed in how to run a chase truck and everything like that, so get out and block the traffic pretty good. It's, traffic is horrendous when they're trying to roadside mow. We actually see people get up close and then accelerate and speed by, don't we, Tim?
Yep.
They'll actually be creeping up the road, and when they get
I see
near
them.
that door, you hear the tailpipe go roar, and they go flying by the guys while they're working. For whatever reason, I have no idea.
We
But
see
they
them
do
run,
it.
we see them run past even the shadow vehicles and just in a hurry. So.
Yeah, it's terrible.
You see him run into the back of the tractor.
Yeah.
They sure did.
Anything else, Tim, on roads,
That's it on roads.
buildings and grounds?
The main project for buildings, looking at the little white building at the Deerfield Cemetery, is going to need to be cleaned up and painted again this summer. So won't need a lot of material for that, just mainly paint. But that's one thing that sticks out and stuff that we address. So we do have that on the list to get taken care of. Take care of cemetery buildings themselves. No major repairs, no issues. That's been brought to my attention since last meeting. So,
You know, paint for the little building.
yeah, it'll be yeah. And we do have somewhere to
Yeah.
paint.
Anything else?
Good.
I have nothing additional.
Anything else for buildings and grounds? Did we get trail cams?
Yes.
We talked about that last
I did, we
meeting.
did pick them up. We'll get them installed this week. I did pick them up. We have the receipt to turn in for reimbursement.
Okay. All right, moving on to the fire department. Chief Dean, I'll let you get started if you would.
Sure. For the month of June, we answered 41 calls, 21 medicals, 8 fire calls, 7 service calls, 5 motor vehicle accidents, and to date, we're at 191 calls. With that being said, I'd like the new EMRs we have and all the employees we have, we provided mutual aid 11 times, and we've only received it twice. And we were able to, on the 2 we received, we were able to at least provide 1 person. So they're doing a real good job.
Very good. So we're actually doing mutual aid a lot more than we're receiving recently.
Correct.
Very good. Very good.
Okay, next thing I have is we have resignations of Clarence and Mark Simpson. They just said they don't have time to complete it with us anymore. They're both working 6 and 7 days a week. And I'd like to thank the trustees and the fire department for everything that we've given them the opportunity for.
Did they send any written notification?
Yeah, I have it, but I do not have it in here with me, but I do have it.
Could you copy us on that, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And we did have the oil change in the squad 14, so that's completed. And all of our vehicles are currently, so nobody's due for any oil changes or maintenance at this present time unless something catastrophic happens, but we're good right now. That's all I have.
Okay. The intention was to have a hearing today. We had failure of service to get to the party. That service will be done today, and the hearing will take place for the November issue on the 22nd at our next meeting in 2 weeks. Also, it has been brought to my attention that we had sent out letters to not terminate, but to deactivate some of our members for inactivity.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that was I'll explain the whole process to you. I sat down, you and I met.
Mm-hmm.
I said that we had 8 different people that did not meet the criteria for the 7%, or they're given 2 shifts availability. I have not seen them. The stats were very, very low. So we sent letters out for them to meet with me prior to the 24th. They were sent out twice certified and 1 mailed to them directly Out of that, we had 3 that decided they would rather resign because they don't have time to do it. So they took care of that. 3 never replied back whatsoever. And 1 has met with us and learned what they need to do to get back into good, get everything into good standing. So we had their cards and everything.
Okay.
And that's where we stand on that.
I do understand that one of those members was Lindsay Davis.
Correct.
She is involved in an investigation right now, and I don't think that it's in our best interest to terminate her while, or to deactivate her while we have an investigation underway. I would like to make a motion to keep her active until the investigation is complete and then revisit at that point.
Have you contacted the prosecutor to ask his recommendation?
I spoke with our attorney.
Our
With Attorney Beck.
Okay. Have you discussed it with our prosecutor? That's all I'm asking.
He's not on leave.
Okay.
So I would like to keep her active pending we have more information, as right now I think it's to the department's interest not to terminate someone who's under investigation, or not, I'm sorry, let me change my verbiage, not to inactivate someone while there's a pending investigation that they're involved in. So that's my motion. Not to deactivate until
Until the
the investigation is complete. Correct.
I'll second that.
But before you do that, did Lindsay Davis even bother contacting the chief and that or anything? Didn't contact, you didn't do anything?
I tried to get a meeting with Scott. I gave her 6 days in a row of availability and was told that he was unavailable. I tried to meet with him and was told no. So.
He was on a vacation.
So you're available to work hours and do all that stuff, huh?
I'm not going to show up when there's an investigation going on, and obviously there's nothing being done about it.
Well,
So I have a motion just pending that the investigation be complete before we take that action.
I second your motion.
I vote no.
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
No?
Tiffany?
Yes. I did speak
Okay.
if you'd like to have commentary, we can definitely add you in at the end when we do that. Be happy to. For the fire department, I did speak with Derek Day. He's still working on the grants. He is working with Portage County about.
It is bullshit. Stop. Fucking retarded. Stop. Well, I'm bringing up something right now. She's being investigated for the same thing. She needs to step down just like Brian.
Are you kidding me? He's been in the department since everything started.
No.
That's why I haven't been there.
It's the same thing. You never turned on.
Okay, everybody, we're gonna stop
Well, I know
because it's
I'm sorry.
disruptive. And if
I'm
you'd
asking
like
you
to
for- asking
speak,
you.
John, you can speak during the commentary. It's
I'm not
perfectly
speaking,
fine.
no, I'm speaking
But you're
right now.
disrupting the meeting.
John, I've got your name down for
Well, I'll
commentary.
let you do.
And, but anyway, he is working with Portage County, regarding getting us some more services for the mental health, that support. So he's got some, contacts he's making there. Just a quick update, it's all in the works, and I'm sure he's speaking to you about it, but that's just some people he was discussing.
Established a fire service station where there are crises, when we have any crisis, they can call that. We are already drafting a policy and procedure right now, and have it ready to be done.
Okay. Great, and if you guys have it ready ahead of time and complete,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
That way we can
Have a look at it and ask questions. Wonderful.
something adapted to the policy for that.
Okay, anything else for the fire department today? All right, any other old business, new business?
I have some new business.
Okay,
As far as the rental for the town hall goes, the accepted method for the most part has been people call in, and Nancy's been doing the rentals and stuff for years of that.
thank you.
It got added to the website, and that's causing confusion. People were close to double booking because people get on the website, that people call and they're not getting together and everything.
The only thing that's on the website is the contact information. There's nothing else you can't
schedule
You can't schedule
an
an
event.
event.
No, but they're emailing us now, and we need to let them know that they cannot email for the town hall. That, because we get so many emails in there that we bypass those, and then when she gets phone calls for them to rent, then they're overlapping and people get upset. So we need to make sure that nobody contacts us with email, that they only contact her by phone, the town hall phone number.
Would
So
it
we
be
need
helpful
to-
if, when we put under the town hall reservations by phone only
Yes,
to give the
yes.
time? We can do that.
Yeah. 'Cause
I wouldn't think that
it's-
many
yeah.
people were emailing and overlapping, but we can certainly do that. And maybe put a note on there that we have to have confirmation before. That's an easy fix, we can do that.
Thank you.
Ask and you shall receive. But you can't reserve it on there, that's what I
No,
thought.
but
we were gonna do.
they were thinking that they could.
Just because they were
Yes,
emailing and requesting.
yes, and that gets a little overwhelming when you're going through all them emails a day. Because if, you miss one.
Right. Any other new business? Okay, public commentary.
Can I just get this?
Yes.
Thank you.
I have a paper.
Bobby Williams.
Okay, Bobby, you'll be after John.
John, the floor is yours.
All right, we're under an investigation on two separate things going to be here. One is the Deerfield Fire Department. He is employed by the Deerfield Fire Department as a volunteer. He was asked to step down until this investigation is over. This investigation has cost we're probably into our $15,000 or $20,000 right now. The investigation that's coming up probably going to be the same way. He was asked to stand down from the fire department. I want somebody from the trustees, Ed, to go to the prosecutor. It's no different. You're being paid just like he was being paid. I'm asking the prosecutor to have you step down just like Brian is. This is so.
The process for that is, John, the court has to have him step aside or down. There's nothing in Ohio Revised Code where the prosecutor can, or the other members of the board can put another elected official on suspension, whether long-term or short-term. So that would have to come from a Portage County
Not
judge.
agreeing on everything you guys are doing, she can't.
Well, she's
So
the
what's
one
that
that's
say?
official.
I understand, and this is brand new information, so I need to do a little bit of digging myself to understand
I understand.
the process of that. I've excused myself from anything from the road department today, and we'll just need more information, but I appreciate your concern and your comment.
The only other thing, we've got a lot of money here, and we've got nothing solved. If we're gonna spend that much money with your case, this township's gonna go broke for what you spent on the fire department's case, which is a bunch of money. The way I understand it, one has went through what they were supposed to go through. The other one has not turned the phone over, which he was supposed to do. And that's all I'm saying.
That's an inaccurate statement, but we'll discuss
What do you
that
mean it's
during
an
the hearing.
inaccuracy? No, it isn't. Why?
But we'll discuss that in the hearing. We're not having a hearing today.
No, you're not gonna have one either, because it's supposed to be tonight.
Well, it's scheduled for
Oh,
27th.
What's the hearing?
yeah, what's the
There's
hearing
gonna
going?
be people arguing back and forth, and probably the two of you doing whatever the hell you want to do.
The hearing is not run by us, it's run by the attorney. So
So
we
there
are,
will be charges filed after this, or it's gonna be done.
so that depends on how the hearing goes.
More money the township is
But
paying out.
everyone is due the right to a hearing in due process, so that's what that
Well,
is.
one's suspended because he can't even come to a call when he's needed. you're taking money as a trustee, and you're not suspended? All I'm saying. I think it's crooked. It should have never come up to begin with.
Okay. That's 3 minutes.
3 minutes, stick your 3 minutes.
Bobby?
Yeah, so I would like to formally request that the fire department examine, create a team of vested parties with the odd number and impartial parties to review the SOPs and SOGs to make sure that they are sufficient to run the department and that we're creating an environment in which things can be governed impartially and that fairly. I believe this time that there are some SOPs that are not fulfilling that, and I believe that the whole SOP that is in place right now that is putting out the rules needs to be reviewed, and that there needs to be a specialist that comes in and does it. I can point out a couple specifically. I would believe that the absentee and the absences and the late notices and the getting 3 warnings and then you get fired, so you get a written warning. You get a verbal warning, you get a primary written warning, you get a secondary written warning, and then you're terminated. And based on the point system, you're not allowed to get in a car accident without getting 1 point. It is call in with an excuse, you get a point. There's no leeway for Indians to not get a point. You can literally have a family member die. You have to go to a funeral and give an excuse for missing a day. You still should get a point based on that SOP. So I feel like that needs to be revised with some exceptions to that rule to where a governing body can review that, or maybe it goes to a board above that and says, all right, you have a legit excuse, we shouldn't be giving you a point. I missed 5 days, or I missed 2 unexcused days in 1, I'm terminated. It's happened to me, I've been written up, I'm on the verge, I have 1 more point, or I get fired. And I work 48 hours a week. I have a family, I'm raising on my own. I take days off when I know that I need them, or I have emergencies, I have car accidents, I have dental surgery. I have things to go on. When we book 40 hours a week, plus I work 125 hours a week here in this department. That policy can affect me more than someone who just shows up for a call and doesn't have to call. Because they don't volunteer, they don't spend their, they don't dedicate that many days a week to even show up to the department. So it's affecting people like me who are donating multiple days a week and hundreds of hours every 2 weeks to come in and show up. There's other policies. We just mentioned that we have a sexual harassment one, which we're putting in a bullying one, but there's some other policies that need to be reviewed because I don't believe that they're going to cover us. And I don't believe that they are sufficient enough to govern our department. So I do believe that it should be vested parties, people that are in the department, and then an impartial party, and then someone that comes in that has written SOPs and SOPs before. There's multiple departments, their packets are huge, they're very thorough, and ours are very, and even in the policy, it says that they reset, the absentee or our violations reset every 6 months, but it's not defined what that 6 months is. So the day that I got my write-up, the person who wrote me up had to call the chief of the fire department, and he made it up that day that it was, from the first one you wrote up, not from every 6 months. So is it fiscally or from your first violation? So we're kind of just playing it by ear on some of those rules.
So just to clarify what you're saying, so I have a perfect understanding, you're asking us to, the Board of Trustees, to review SOP policies regarding absenteeism.
I want the whole SOP and SOGs to be reviewed. Like it's just like bylaws. When you have a board like this, they need to be reviewed. There needs to be vested parties and an individual party and someone who's a specialty, has this as a specialty, sorry, that knows what needs to be in these. Because like I said, there are some gaps in the writing for interpretation. And also some of the SOPs are not being, let's just say some people are being called out more than others on those SOPs, or they're not being followed by everyone, and it's not being strict on everyone. So it just needs to be, the SOP and SOP situation, if you're going to be strict on everyone, one person, or 2 people, or 4 people, it needs to be strict across the board. And there's things in there like, how do we request funds for training? Who approves training funds? Is it the Board of Trustees? Is it one person? Is it all the officers? That's not in their SOPs or SOGs on how to, or trainings decides who gets to go to training. So there's a lot of gaps in our SOPs that should be covered, to cover the department as well. You know, who do we report to? If we have an issue, we do our chain of command, and then it's the next person, and how do I report my issues? Who do I request things to? There's a lot of gaps in our SOPs and SOGs that I think would help clear up some things in the department and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you bringing that up. I think our policy and procedure manual has always been a moving piece where we're finding gaps and improving on things, and even lately we've made a ton of additions and improvements to try to make it better. I don't have an immediate answer for what you're asking for, but I think maybe just a suggestion, we could think about this and maybe kind of get together and consider an approach to have a look at that and consider how we want to move forward with that. I think there's always room for improvement and clarity. It's helpful when you give us specific examples of the things that we need to look at, but.
Well, those are two examples that I have personally. I don't know about other people in the department, which would be a great way, you know, a survey that does, you know, people have ideas that they want to bring in, they can, they've done that before, where you write on a piece of paper gaps and things. I know that there's been other people in the department that have been vocal. I did write on my write-up that I requested the trustees review the SOP, and because it wasn't brought up today, I brought it up. So I did bring it up to my chain of command, and didn't hear it being one of the topics, so I did bring it up under commentary, because I feel like that's a big, important issue.
Off the top of my head, maybe we could form some kind of a committee. I'm just brainstorming. But, do we want to maybe table that and let everybody kind of digest that and discuss it at the next meeting?
That would be a good idea, I think.
Is that agreeable? I want people to be able to come forward if there's something we can improve on. Everybody has ideas and can't do everything overnight, but I appreciate, and you know, maybe we can form some type of committee or something, just an idea. But if we could table that for just a few weeks so we all have a chance to digest that and revisit that.
Yeah, because I don't believe inactivity of a member is in the SOPs or SOPs as well. I haven't read an inactive, like how you can do 7%, and then we put in the 2 active. 7% of the year, when does that year start?
January 1st.
But it doesn't say January. So
So,
that's the thing. It's
maybe
like
we
there's
need some-
unclear things. It says 7%, but it doesn't say, is it fiscal, is it January, is it, there's no clear guidelines.
Well, I know Chief Dean's been working on the policies, Eric's been working on the policies. Last year, we had a work meeting to work on that, so, always room to make things a little bit more clear. Do you have any other comments right about that?
We'll just bring it up. See what we can do on the 22nd. I'll see if I can find out what some of the other issues straight up.
Okay. Maybe I'm just thinking committee, just so we get a round table maybe to discuss that. All right, any other public commentary? Does anybody else signed up? Can you just, okay.
Where we at with the addition?
You want to talk about the drawings? He's talking about the addition to the fire, the drawings.
Three contractors have copies of them right now, and I have a couple more sets if you know anybody that would like to turn a bid in on them. I do have them. Integrity Construction has it, Police Construction has it, K2 Construction has it. A guy called last week and said he was going to call every weekend to get a copy. I forget his name offhand, but he didn't call to get another copy. So if there's someone else that you know, I'd gladly give them a copy to get prices on it. That's where we're at in that right now. Once we get a couple or 3 prices, these blueprints still have to go to the county for a county approval on the drawing stuff, but I wanted to get it, but they're a month behind. So I wanted to kind of get ahead of them instead of the prints laying up there waiting until we get that and then put it out. This way we'll have everybody that has picked them up know there may be some small changes, adjustments have to be made, and they've all been okay with that. But we'll have a pretty close figure, and then if there's changes being made, then they very quickly can rebid them. So that's where we're at now. I do have 2 or 3 more sets available if you have any suggestions you can give me to. people that built the original, the back building up there, they're going to get a copy this week. They're gonna turn the bid on, the ones that built that building back there. They're gonna get a copy, so that'll be 4 people that have it, 4 businesses. That's where we're at.
At the county, there was someone who approves those who was out for a leave of absence for some time, which definitely throws a wrench into getting those things moving.
I'm just concerned about the amount of time that we have until we have a deadline of money.
So the money doesn't always have to be spent by the time that it's done. We just have to have a working plan submitted. But I appreciate that.
Two separate.
Actually, the addition on the back is not under any time constraint. That's something that we're paying for in-house.
But the inside,
The in-
we have $10,000.
Yeah.
So a portion of it, but they are 2 different
Yeah.
budgets. All right, anything else? All right, we will have a second meeting this month on July 22nd at 6 p.m. On August 12th, we'll have a meeting at 5 p.m. We'll start an hour early to let Matt Kelly speak about property assessments. And I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting and pay our bills.
Second.
Yes.
Laura? Yes. Ed?
Yes.
Yes.